Hi, Patty here again. I'm going to quickly show you how to cover this footstool, which probably a lot of you would know. Here's one of the culprits right here, this little kitty. See all this? It's not doing well. It doesn't look so good, and there's a lot of snags and pulls, and it doesn't look very good. So I'm going to cover it, and I'll show you how to do it really quickly. Here's some new cloth that I found. Ironically, it's pretty close in color, so I'm good with that. It's a little bit sturdier, not too thick, but sturdier. Not corduroy, but pretty good. And it's a lot more than this thin material. And look at all these pulls, especially like this little black and white kitty over there. She's a little chunky. So when she wants to go sit up on the stool, she has to pull her way up, and you hear this. But we love her. Come here, Mama. So they like to use these footstools too. And I'm going to cover it with this. And how I'm going to do that, maybe you've done these before, but all you have to do is turn it upside down, just like a chair cushion, and undo these screws, these 4 screws. I like to use a power drill because it just saves so much time and energy. Whoops. And voila. As you can see, this has been stapled. So all I'm going to do is wrap this like a present, right, with a new cloth, staple it all in, put the legs back on, and then we'll be all set. When laying it out to cut it, you want to give yourself enough wraparound room, like stapling it about here. You want to make sure you have enough excess on the whole perimeter to do that. I have everything cut out. Before I start stapling, you want to make sure the nap of this fabric has like a striped rib pattern. I want to make sure that it's going in the same direction for both stools, in case this way. So I want to make sure that the line kind of lines up with the edges, follows the same direction, not like the lines going off kilter or something. It's pretty much parallel to the edge of the stool. I'll staple here and here. There's a couple ways to do this. What I like to do is staple a centerpiece, center on both sides, give it a nice snug tug so it's nice and fitted. And then I'll follow the same, keeping it tight all along the way. And I know I'm pulling tight enough because the nap of the fabric stays at the same positioning. Whatever you do, put tension on it on the opposite side to make it the same snugness. Now I'm going to put the centers on the ends. Tug this side to give it that correct tension to make it nice and tight. Before I continue, now I'm going to tuck in these corners. Here comes a Christmas present wrap. So I'm going to pull it tight like this. And once that's stapled, I'll get my thumb in there and get just the right fold on both sides to get that little Christmas present wrap. So let's do this. I'll pull this tight. And go to the opposite side. For those of you familiar with mounting a car tire with the lug nuts, you do opposites If you tighten one lug nut in the circle, if let's say you're doing 12 o'clock, you go to 6 o'clock and then 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. You don't just go round the back, because then it tightens unevenly. The same applies here. With everything I've been doing, I've been going opposite corners. Now, to get this to properly fit and not be so bulky, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of manipulating. I think, where's my screws go? Here's a screw hole right here. So I still have some leeway, but I want to leave that screw hole open. Let me see. I think what I'm going to do is staple it a little closer. Pull up this staple. I'm going to pull up that staple. I am going to, so I kept my staple closer to the corner. I'm going to cut off whatever extra cloth I can, because the less bulk, the better. Then when I fold this over, it'll go like that. I'm going to cut it back to clear this hole. But when I do that, I'm going to have bulk going over this way too. I think I'll be okay with it though. Just going to clear that screw hole. Hammer this one down. He's nice and tight. See this? I kind of tuck it in as best I can while I'm also pulling outwards to get this flat. I'm going to staple that close to the corner. Cut back some of this cloth a little. Get rid of some bulk. You just got to play around. Now on this side, I'm going to go ahead and do the same. Tuck that in, give this a stretch over it, and fold it. And give that a staple. Now I'm going to staple in the middle here. And that's one corner. See that? I'm going to do all four corners like that. Now I'm going to mount it. Line it up. I'm not going to go all the way. I'm going to give myself a little bit of room so I get all the other ones in there. Then I'll tighten them. Three. And four. And voila. Nice new stool. Here's the before and here's the after. You can see all the holes and scratchy, stringy stuff. Whereas at least so far, this one is in good order. And here's those corners. But it looks and feels so much nicer than this one. Here goes cushion number 2. this. And here you go, the finished product. Nice living room, nice stools, covered nice, go with the chairs. No tears or rips. Corners are good. And they can move over here too. If you're sitting on the sofa, use them as a coffee table. I put like that tray on it. Use it as a coffee table or to put feet up on. These little stools get a lot of action. They travel a lot. So, that's how you do it. Nice and quick.